Got another game against a guy named ShadowMasterAce, and look, his team is totally different from anything I've ever seen. Also, I'm lying through my teeth. It's another rain team, which... bleh. Alright, let's deal with it. Let's get rid of it. Not really sure what he wants to lead with, but my standard lead against rain teams is Rotom, so that's what I led with, and he leads with Landorus. So, if he's defensive and wants to try and set up Stealth Rocks, then a Hydro Pump is going to hit him in the face and kill him. So that's what I'm going to try and do. He goes into Ferrothorn, meh. Hydro Pump hits first turn. Oh my god! So, that happened. And Rain's not up, like I said, so HP Fire is going to completely wreck its face. It's not going to kill. Maybe it'll crit, maybe it'll kill. Nope, doesn't kill. And he's going to get a T-Wave off, which I guess that means he's the same as mine. And if he has T-Wave, then he's definitely got Power Whip. So I'm going to try and stay in this turn and, kill him between, while he sets up Stealth Rocks, because I don't think he'd go for Power Whip right away, but I get paralyzed, whatever. I tried to get out of the way right away, and I didn't. So now a Power Whip is definitely coming into play, and I could go to Crobat, maybe taunt it so it can't T-Wave me. Maybe it wants to set up spikes or whatever, but I decided, may as well just go to Ferrothorn at this point. He doesn't have a Dragon, so I'm not afraid at all of getting trapped by his own Magnezone. So I'm just going to go for Thunder Wave as it comes in, because then I'll get a Leech Seed off on it, and I'll really, really cripple his Magnezone, because I'm just not really afraid of getting trapped. This was a common strategy that I used to use, even against teams where they had 5 Dragons and Magnezone. I would just let them trap my Ferrothorn, because I really don't care. And it gives my Dragonite a free turn to come in if they want to try an HP Ice and they get Parahacks. It's a free +1, and it's a free +2 when they switch, and then I've got +2 in Multiscale, and I sweep, and I win. So I'm just really not afraid of these guys. I get a Leech Seed before he gets his sub up. I get my Stealth Rocks up. Ferrothorn's done its job. Like, that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to damage a wall and give me a free turn to do stuff. So Rain is still not up. I'm thinking about what I want to do after Ferrothorn dies, because I tried switching. I can't switch because I've already fought a dude who had an analytic Magnezone or whatever, and just tried to fool you into thinking you're trapped. But this was not one of them. I'm thinking Dragonite could probably come in. Rocks are up for him, but I can still take a Thunder because of my Dragonite's bulk, and Rain isn't up, so he has to hit Thunder in the first place. So I think that's my best plan. I'm just going to go for an EQ to break his sub, because he does still have that Ferrothorn kicking around, even if he wants to go into it. I just kind of felt like I want to get damage or kill it like that. And he does go for Thunder. He does hit. Thankfully, he doesn't get paralyzed, but it just really blows that he managed to hit that thing. And now I got a Roost. If he wants to stay in, roosting is going to be a good play. But he decides to switch out, goes to his Ferrothorn, whatever. It's low enough to where an EQ should be able to take it out, and everything should be hunky-dory. So I'm a little afraid of maybe not killing if he's max defense, max HP, but even if he is, this Dragonite does have a lot of attack, well, not a lot, but it has a significant amount of attack investment. And I can do 20% to a Ferrothorn. Come on. Apparently, I'm completely wrong. I don't know why that didn't kill, but it didn't. And because of that, he gets a T-Wave, and because of that T-Wave, he gets a Leech Seed. And my Dragonite is now basically worthless at this point. At least that's what I'm thinking. So I do manage to not get Hacks this turn. If I just friggin' not gotten Hacks the first time with Rotom, then that thing wouldn't have been a problem, and I wouldn't be in this situation. But instead, I am, and in comes Landorus. I don't know what kind of set this thing is, because all it's done is U-turn twice. So I don't know if it's Scarfed. I don't know if it's defensive. I'm pretty sure it's Scarfed, based on the fact that he's just flat out U-turning so quickly every time. Plus the fact that his Ferrothorn had Rocks leads me to believe it's not the defensive build, at least. And it sped Rotom, so if it's not Scarfed, it's at least running a lot of speed. So Dragon Claw does piss all the Politoed, especially after Leech Seed, so I gotta switch with Dragonite. And I'm expecting him to just go right for Ice Beam, honestly, expecting to kill me. And as such, I go to Rotom, and that works out great. He's not going to go to Landorus, because he doesn't want to eat a Hydro Pump, so I'm just going to go right for a Volt Switch and hit whatever wants to come in. He does go to Magnezone, which, whatever, that's fine, and I get paralyzed. That actually helps me. That one was beneficial, because he's paralyzed, so I'm still going to be faster than him, even though I'm paralyzed. And I'm going to get a free stab, Rain boosted, Hydro Pump off on his face, and kill him. Thankfully it hit, and now we can move on. So now he's going to go to Landorus. I guess, I don't really know why. I guess a U-turn, it's going to do damage to me, whatever, but I just feel like it's not really worth the rocks damage on himself to really do that. And I don't know. That's just the way I feel. He may as well just go into this thing because it's going to kill me anyway. And whatever. So he's going to get a free SD here or a sub, whatever he wants. Even if he wants the sub, if he's sub, I don't really care because that means he's missing a coverage move if he has Sword Stance, or he's missing Sword Stance. So I don't really care about that. Instead, he gets up an SD, I get paralyzed, I don't get the burn, and that Parahax really hurts because if this thing was burned, it would have saved me so much trouble in the long run, but it's not. So I gotta go to Crobat, and this is why I run Confuse Ray over U-turn, because I can get a free 50% chance for him to kick his own ass next turn, and I get to dodge a Sucker Punch, which U-turn wouldn't do. So I'm gonna go for Brave Bird this turn, simply based on the fact that even if he wants to Sucker Punch, like, there's a 50% chance he hits himself, and he might not even kill me at that point. I don't even know. So I think a Brave Bird definitely would kill him because that thing's got really bad defense, but whatever. Instead, he goes to Politoed, and it's going to take one Brave Bird, but not take two. I know he's got lefties, so I know I'm faster. And now he's going to go to Landorus. I don't really know what his plan is, but this definitely confirms that he is Scarf because his Rock Slide goes first. I just went for Roost, and I was honestly expecting to die here, but my Crobat decides to hang on at 21 hit points and go for Roost. I started the turn at 251, and I think I end the turn at 231, so I lost 20 points. I can't stick around. I guess he could potentially miss, but that's not very likely. I know he's Scarfed, he's locked on a Rock move, and Terrakion's just the best play to go into. So I could go for an Earthquake, predicting something to come in, but I feel like my best play is just go for Stone Edge. He does have this Volcarona kicking around, so close combat would be stupid if I got Flame Body hacks, and that would just really blow. So Stone Edge was just the safest option. It's going to hit everything. Even this Toxicroak doesn't really want to take it. Because I went to Crobat last time, that's what I feel like I have to go to again. He SD's up, and is he going to go for Sucker Punch or is he going to go for Ice Punch? I got to make the right prediction this turn, otherwise, like, the game could be over. Like, I'm running out of guys to deal with him. I figure even if he doesn't Sucker Punch, if I go for Confuse Ray, I've got a 50% chance of him kicking his own ass, like I've already said, and I don't get it. So a little bit of luck that I kind of wanted, like a 50% chance. It's not much to ask for, but doesn't quite happen for me there. So now I feel like I'm forced to go to Terrakion, and I feel like my hand is being forced. I feel like I have to go for Earthquake, and that's why you run Earthquake on Terrakion, because it's the only real move that he has to hit Toxicroak with, and I feel like it's worth it. So now I feel like I've lost. Like, the game's over. All I have to do is go for HP Ice. It'll 2-hit kill my Dragonite. He can sacrifice his other thing and then go to this thing. However, he decides to go for Earthquake, and that lost him the game, because I'm going to get a free Earthquake with Dragonite as long as I don't get hair haxed, and that won me the game. I was choice locked with Terrakion into an immune move, and he went for the kill on my Terrakion, expecting me to keep it in. That was absolutely the worst play in the world he could have made. If he goes for HP Ice, he 2KOs Dragonite, and like I said, he just beats my Terrakion easy with this Landorus. Instead, he didn't do that, and he gave me a free kill on a Toxicroak, which I honestly had no idea how I was going to kill, and that's just the way it works. So I guess he was afraid of maybe Breloom coming in. Is Breloom still alive? I believe it is. So maybe that's what he was afraid of, but like, even then an HP Ice is going to hurt it. So that's just the way it works. And now I get a free go to Terrakion. I'm just going to go for a couple Stone Edges, and yeah, I think I'm going to win. He almost makes an incredible comeback in terms of sweeping with this Landorus, because I miss my first two Stone Edges, and that's the way it works. But I hit my third one, he goes down, and it's my game. I didn't want to go for close combat because if I hit him, my first one might not have killed, and you know, and then he gets a crit HP Ice and takes me out. I don't really want that to happen. I think I still had Breloom. Maybe I didn't. Did I? I did. And that would have been handy against it. I probably could have lived in HP Ice and gotten a Bullet Seed, but maybe he gets a crit HP Ice. I don't know. But either way, good game, dude. And yeah, it really came down to the wire, I guess. If he had gone for Earthquake, if he had gone for HP Ice, I feel like he might have had the game, but he didn't. So That was it. See you guys next time.